here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. The city's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so...
I'm Nick. And I'm Sean. We're with For the Win Books, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Good morning, Frederick. Oh my goodness. Today is Tuesday, September 30th. It is the last day of September. I cannot believe it. I am your host, Dani Gurrie. Thank you so much for joining Good Morning Frederick. It is a show all about Frederick County, the people, the events, the happenings. I'm going to keep you up to date with everything going on in and around Frederick County. All right, and here we go. This is what's happening on today's show. I got Morning Roundup with Bob Miller, and might have a special guest coming to you from a cool location. Oh, there's more on that. I've been hinting about it, and we're going to have a lot more about that coming up very soon. I am going to go over what's happening in Frederick and give you a high-level view of some of the tons of events going on in and around Frederick County. And then I've got Katie Cashman from Change the Conversation. They have a special event coming up called Blossom and Bloom on October 9th. And she's going to talk about the organization Change the Conversation. And today is your final day. Watch and win. If you see your vehicle with a Good Morning Frederick magnet on it, you could win $100, just like Linda and Michelle. And who else do we have? We had 3 big winners so far, and you could be the 4th. So we would love to see you with $100 more today. All right, all Good Morning Frederick merch. I'll tell you, I'm going to be at the shop today, this afternoon. If you want to stop by, if you see the lights on, come on in and purchase your Good Morning Frederick merch. And that way, the Maryland Ensemble Theater will benefit. We've got cool cups, T-shirts, hats, beanies, all pins, stickers. You can even just spend like $5. Get a couple chapsticks, and the Maryland Ensemble Theater will benefit. All right. And then tomorrow, we start a brand new nonprofit to benefit from Good Morning Frederick. All right. Let's go ahead and get this show rolling. Good Morning Frederick is proudly sponsored by Fusion Car Wash, now with 2 locations to serve you, one on Spectrum Drive and one on Thomas Johnson Drive. Both have that high-tech drive-through tunnel to get your car sparkling clean. The Spectrum Drive location also has a team of people to give you a little mini interior detail. That's right, you can get that. Download the Fusion Car Wash app, check out all their great packages, and you get a free car wash just for downloading the app. Do that today. Get more info at fusioncarwash.com. All right, it's now time for Morning Roundup. Let's see what is happening in Frederick. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland, accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Well, surprise!
Oh my God, is it really him? Is it really him? Oh, my heart beats still.
I want to welcome Bob
Marco
Miller
Randy
and my
Polo.
brother Randy. And Randy is broadcasting from Studio 401, located at 401 North Market Street. We're going to be doing a lot more from down there. But wow, that shot looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, live Market Street right behind me. Voted the #1 street in all of America. So excited about that and excited to have the studio finally set up and ready to go.
And we're broadcasting from Bob Miller's kitchen, so
Nice.
we got that too.
Yeah, we got that too. And I don't know if I can turn. There's my view. It's the best view in Frederick County too. So
It is a beautiful view.
And
It is
you
a
know what?
beautiful view for sure.
Tell Randy he needs to kind of adjust those mics there. Try to make him sound like he's like a really cool radio DJ.
I'm surprised we didn't open with it's Miller rocking Bob Miller. It's Miller time. You don't do that.
Pop the top. It's Miller time, baby.
Hey, pop the top. It's Miller time. What's going on here? I thought we
I
were
got in
opening the
trouble.
show.
Somebody wrote when I did that one time at another station. They're like, "Are you promoting drinking?" Like, I'm promoting the opening up of my show.
Only while I work. While I work.
Well, for those of you who aren't aware, Bob Miller worked with my brother at some point along the way. Both been in radio for a long, long time, over 30 years for both of them. Closer to 40, probably.
He was in my radio. He was in my wedding, for goodness sake.
He was in your wedding. He
Yeah.
was. I went to your wedding because of that. So
I got pictures of that.
We actually lived. Well, I lived together. I think I was able to abscond your couch for a
couch crash. What is it? Couch surfing.
Couch surfing.
There you go.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Well, welcome back to Frederick, buddy.
I'm excited to be here, except as soon as I got to Frederick County, I got some sort of a massive sinus infection. So it was like Maryland welcomed me back with open arms, which is great.
Yeah. And I'm glad the statute of limitations finally ran out and you were able to come back.
It did. I had to actually, as I was creeping into Maryland, I had to look over both shoulders just to make sure everything was cool. It seems like it is.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, you know, with that tan you got going on there, be careful for ICE agents, you know.
Hey, I'm legal.
Oh, yeah.
Ish.
Hey, so before we get started, I want to wish my wife a happy birthday today.
Happy birthday to Linda. Yes, I saw that this morning. Happy birthday to her.
I think I did okay because she did way better because we do birthday week. Okay, so it's like you get a present every day, and they're not overly expensive. But my wife outdid herself on my birthday week with all kinds of great stuff, and I think I did okay. Those bird cameras, the bird feeders with a camera on them.
Yeah, we got my dad one of those.
Well, I don't particularly want a bunch of birds pooping in my on my patio. But they make one for hummingbirds, and my wife absolutely loves hummingbirds. So I got her a camera for a hummingbird feeder. So we'll hope it'll work.
Don't
I
they
love
move pretty
hummingbirds.
fast?
That is an awesome gift.
Yeah, I liked it. So being married to me, you set the bar low. She sets the bar really low, so she's happy.
Well, I want to say good morning to Gary Morton. He came in the studio yesterday for an interview, and he wishes your wife a happy birthday as well. We're going to get his interview on the show very shortly. But yeah, big happy birthday to Linda, and I hope the day is fantastic.
Well, it's not a beautiful day. It's a kind of a cloudy day, but it'll be fine.
Which, by the way, every time I came back, I've been gone for years, and my dad would be like, it just never rains here. It never rains. We haven't had rain in months, and then the 8 days I've been back, it's like I don't know if we should start building an ark. if it's time to start looking at maybe doing something. But yeah, so apparently I brought all this nasty weather as well. So
it's you know what? I'm a farm boy, man. It's not nasty. As long as they can get the crops in, that's fine. Or get the crops, that we need the rain, man. We need the rain.
Yeah,
we do. We do for sure. All right.
Did you guys see the Walmart expansion?
No. What's happening?
Of the drop-off area? Yeah.
Yes, they want to do an expansion on the Walmart at 26 because, of course, there's not enough traffic there already. We want to make more. They're going to put it at the back because they want to expand the people who don't want to go into the store,
which is
buy items. Huh?
Which is everybody.
Not me. I go into the store. I like to watch people at Walmart.
Yeah.
And it always makes me angry when the people who are picking out the stuff for the people who won't come into the store, and they're getting in your way and they don't say, excuse me. They don't say anything. They just look at you like you're an intrusion, but they want to do that.
You're lucky if they're wearing pants. So,
I'm lucky at my age. I'm wearing pants.
Yeah, but I guess they're going to add 4,368 square feet to this, which is the size of a nice house. So who knows?
Wait a minute, really? So it's not the interior of the store, though? Is this more parking? What is this?
No, they're going to add more warehouse space for people who want to come in or not come in,
right?
And they want to order, so they have more space to put that stuff for people who want to pick up.
Well, this would be helpful because occasionally I do place my Walmart orders to be picked up because, when I wander around the store, I tend to spend about 40% more and buy things I don't need. But also, when I have been out there, I waited one time for over 45 minutes for them to find my items. So I do think maybe they need a better system for those of us who do like to pick up our stuff.
Yeah. Would either of you like to guess? Okay, so 4,000 feet sounds like a lot. Do you have any guess, either of you, of how big the Walmart actually is already?
Oh, it's probably what, 150,000?
I'm gonna say like 200,000.
Yeah, 194,023. So this will get it just about to 200,000.
Yeah,
it's like 2%.
Yeah, it's like they're going to take away the tire center and add on to it. So, but you know what? If I'm Walmart though, Dani, you made a good point for not doing that. If you go into the store and you buy 40% more, wouldn't they want to make it easier for you to come in and buy 40% more than drive through and pick up your 40% less?
Yeah, I hear you on that. Although what they're doing is trying to compete with Amazon. Now Walmart with their delivery has gotten almost as good as Amazon, if not as good, as well as they don't want you ordering on Amazon. They'd rather you order it, drive in, pick it up, and be ready to go. So I know it does seem counterintuitive, but they don't want to lose that business to somebody else for all of us lazy folks who occasionally don't want to get out of the vehicle. So,
but you missed the Walmart experience by doing that.
Yeah, wonderful experience with the shopping cart with the wobbly wheel and
But how do you get the little hot dogs wrapped in the buns at the Subway place before you leave? I mean,
they have clearly not thought about everything with this movie.
They have not.
But it's just number one, just the fact of going into that Walmart and out of that Walmart, because then, oh my gosh, they put the Chick-fil-A there, the Starbucks is there, the car wash is there. And I was there the other day trying to find a present for my wife, and I pulling out. And you know how the people who are coming in and they have they can turn left, they don't have to stop. Well, this person kept trying to inch out into the road who was trying to go straight. They're honking horns and they're yelling, they're screaming. I'm like, do you not know how this works? They have the right of way. You don't. And it just, and that's just going to make it work.
Cut through to the apartment building and use that light to turn because it's typically less crowded, but it is a cluster over there.
Oh, that's the worst possible space over there. It's nuts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Bob, I don't know if you're excited about this, but have you guys talked about the new Raising Cane's coming to town?
I don't know anything about Raising Cane's.
Oh, I know about Raising Cane's.
I mean, when living in Florida, there was Culver's. Now, somebody bring in a Culver's, I would love that.
Yeah.
And I'm all in for Raising Cane's if it's someplace where I can get fatter.
Oh, You could definitely
I
get
just
that.
had my first Raising Cane's experience when I went up to Toledo to move my brother back down here to Maryland, and it was delicious, I have to say.
Yeah, they had just expanded into Ohio. They started in Louisiana, and basically what it is chicken fingers, and then what I like to call magical unicorn sauce, because I'm not sure how they make it, but it is so good. It's a dipping sauce that's exclusively made. So you get the dippers, you get the 3 or 4 of them. They've got a side of coleslaw. They've got Texas toast that comes in they call it the box. And you could pretty much get as fat as you need to on that.
Better than Chick-fil-A, sir? Better than Chick-fil-A sauce?
Yeah, it's different.
Okay.
Our friend Gary Hatfield is watching, says his mom works there, not at Raising Cane's. I'm assuming he's talking about Walmart. She doesn't like going to work, says it's so busy.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can imagine. So, yeah, I'm looking forward. Have either of you been to Culver's too?
I don't think I've ever been to a Culver's.
Culver's is also big in Wisconsin. And,
that's where they started.
So Culver's, I explained to everybody, Culver's was Chick-fil-A before Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
The service, they're very friendly. It's farm to table, which is amazing. So where they source local farms for their tomatoes, lettuce, the meat, and so it's an incredible. I wish we would have a Culver's here, but
yeah.
Well, if we pool our money together and I think it's $500,000 just for the rights to put in a Culver's.
Well, I got $11, so
yeah.
I'll put my 11
in. Yeah, I can throw in. I think I have $25 here. We can start.
I'm hoping somebody does a Culver's. They make a great milkshake, and the burgers, when you have to wait on them, because the burgers, they make them fresh. They don't. So they don't just have one sitting on a under a heat lamp somewhere.
Yeah,
so,
it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Awesome. Even though my wife made me she makes her own bagels. So my wife does, and so she made me a half bagel sandwich, and she took the other half. So
very nice. I have watched that on TikTok. I've tried mine. I haven't gotten it quite down pat the way it needs to be, but we do make our own bread here in this in the Gurrie household, which I do love.
Look at that!
Oh wow!
Yeah,
biggest.
I'm like, honey, she's retired and she likes to make bread, and I'm like, honey, I can't fit into my pants now. But it doesn't stop me from looking like a mouse. She's like, what did you do to the bread? I'm like, I just peeled off a piece. And she's like,
everybody peels bread, hon. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, don't you just pick out a piece and you swipe it in the butter and you eat it? Doesn't everybody do that?
There is nothing better than hot bread out of the oven, dip it in, slathered in butter. Good Lord. Yeah.
Yes.
No skinny people at this table, that's for sure.
Hey, we're all felt, no, never mind. What else? We talked to Cheryl Dyson today, the Frederick County Superintendent of Public Schools.
How was that conversation?
Well, it took us, she's been the superintendent how long? And it's taken us that long to get her on the air. So, my formula is, we try to be nice. We throw some softballs out there and just to get them to like us. And then hopefully they'll come back and understand that we're not out to just, scoriate them, but we want answers. And then she gave the pretty typical, standard answers of, well, this and that. But like one of the questions was about electric buses. And I think Chris asked that, and she said, well, we have to get electric buses because that's what's mandated to us from up high. She goes, I have a boss, and they say there's a grant out there, so you got to buy an electric bus. She goes, but electric buses don't work in the hills of Thurmont, nor Myersville, or, up in the mountains. But she goes, we can use them in Frederick City. And I'm like, okay, I still don't agree with electric buses, but if you're going to use it, at least they have a plan not to use them out in the county.
Where
they'll use them in the city.
Work.
Right. So, we talked about that. We talked about CTA, and trying to figure out how to expand career tech. And she said they're trying to implement a plan on that. And then there was, talked about the teacher of the year and so on and so forth. So, I mean, and then budget, the $1 billion budget. And,
$1 billion.
Yeah.
That is crazy to me.
Yeah. And so, it all mainly goes towards faculty and teachers and support staff and, keeping support staff. So, it's just a continuance. I'm like, just a couple years ago, we were talking about $500 million. Now we're almost at $1 billion, $988 million, whatever it is. It's a lot. And, are the taxpayers getting their money's worth? That's the biggest question.
Well, kudos to you for getting her on. And you're right. You do have to kind of play the game in order to keep that conversation open. But it's very disappointing and disheartening that no one else is asking the tough questions. Like, why is a good majority of those salaries sucked into that East Street location? They take out the good administrators, the good teachers, and they move them into that downtown building and take them out of the school system. And I would love for one day some government, quasi-government office to figure out, when you don't spend your budget, that there is some celebration happening. Like, let's not spend every cent because we have to. Let's figure out how we can save money. Think more like a business. Figure out how we're going to keep good teachers and all these things without just holding our hands out to the taxpayers. It's maddening. Really is maddening.
How much does an electric bus cost, by the way? I'd be curious.
Oh, you know what? I forgot that answer, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not sure, but they say they have to maintain their buses over a 12-year period. So, you know what? I'd have to look that up, but you're younger than I am, so you'll have that answer in about 35 seconds.
But,
yeah.
It's just kind of one of those things that, look, I mean, I hear, it's ridiculous when something is mandated, then they have to use it. It's going to end up costing more, like all the electric vehicles for the county government or the city government, or whenever we got into that boondoggle. And, it cracks me up how they feel like electric vehicles are better for the environment when you have to burn coal to get electricity to power them. Like, and recycling them when they do finally meet their end is horrible for the environment. So we haven't figured that yet out either. So I don't know.
Good news that Donald Trump just opened up more coal plants and wants to go back to using some coal energy. So I would say that all the educators and stuff are going to applaud him for that.
You think they will? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
wait and hold our breath. I mean,
don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be better off holding your breath for a Commander's victory.
Hey, listen.
Oh gosh.
I think the Cowboys played to a tie, which is like the worst possible case scenario in a football game.
I don't know. A loss is is worse than a tie.
I don't know. You'd have to. But yes, believe me, I've already been on my Commander's rant for.
I saw that yesterday. Saw that yesterday.
So I don't know what's happening over there. But
did you see the Tyreek Hill injury?
Oh my God! I was. I saw it live. Ashley and Danny's husband's like, look at the TV. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
No.
You can only watch that once. It's Joe Theismann-esque. It's What was the other Redskins quarterback?
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith. Yeah, same kind of. I mean, does that guy come back from that dislocated knee?
His entire game is predicated. He's called the cheetah. And I don't know any cheetahs that have three legs. So his whole game is predicated on speed, quickness, cutting. I mean, I don't. And he's like 33, I think, or 30-ish. He
was smiling off the field, though. I don't know what they gave him after that, or if he was still in shock. But yeah,
I think that was grimacing.
I mentioned that today. If that would have happened to me, you would have heard me screaming from Miami to Maine. These guys are a different level of toughness because you're right. He was smiling. Maybe they gave him something that, those little morphine things that they did in the World War II era. I don't know, but maybe the adrenaline was still going on. He hadn't felt it yet, but we wish him for a speedy recovery. I don't ever want to see anybody go out like that.
Not somebody really kind of in the prime and just really, again, like Randy said, just, known for his speed and quickness. It's sad, and you never want to see that happen. But boy, watching it, awful.
Yeah. Don't look it up. Just know that while he was laying down, he was able to see the bottom of his cleat, like right here.
Right. When your leg's at a right angle, it was not good.
That.
So Gary says that EVs are dangerous. So
yeah, absolutely.
Right. So it's a great day today. We got. Am I filling in for Chris, or is Randy doing that?
No, we just go. We're just chatting about with friends.
Chatting it up.
do the official thing. It's all good.
No, I'm not going to do it anymore. Actually, I can give you sports, but we already talked about the Jets.
I mean, you gave a shot to the Commanders. Let me ask you how's your boy Micah Parsons doing for the Cowboys? I haven't been keeping up with that. How many sacks?
Well, let's put it this way. They talked. You know what? I'm like, could you stop mentioning his name and just go to bed with him? I mean, for goodness sakes, Collinsworth. It's like Micah this and Micah that, Micah this. He had one sack, which barely was a sack because
no yards. I've watched football my entire life. I've never seen a sack for no yards. I didn't even think
they just gave it to him. They just gave it to him. And I, look, I liked Micah Parsons as a player when he was on my team. I think the Cowboys handled him pretty well. I think Dak Prescott looks like a top-tier quarterback. The problem isn't the Cowboys' offense. The problem is the Cowboys' defense, which is also the Packers' defense, which is also, I think, a lot of teams in the NFL's the defense just is horrible this year.
The tackling, the covering, and it's obviously because they're playing 17 games now and they don't play any preseason. And really what we're watching is 4 preseason games. I think it's terrible for football. The level of play is it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know when the fans revolt. I mean, I know I almost broke my TV watching this defense, the Commanders defense. But yeah, you're right. It's big. I got to be honest with you. I really think, number one, I think you're correct. I think Dak Prescott's playing probably the best that I've seen him play in 5 or 8 years. But I also think that the Cowboys actually did the right thing by getting what they got for. I know Jerry got lambasted for trading Micah, who's ultimately probably one of the best 5 players in football, but he's getting out of hand, man, with his podcast and his talking and this and that, and he didn't really his back, and I don't know, man. It just seemed like it was as good as he was.
Oh boy.
Yep. Well, we got to put him in focus every now and then.
Yeah.
Exactly. Here's the thing. I mean, Jerry used to be criticized for keeping players because he was pretty loyal to them. And now they're yelling at him because he wasn't loyal. $188 million is, as he said, it's going to pay for a lot of players to keep on the squad that would jump to other teams. And, 2 first-round draft picks. They do have to get somebody else. And I think Jadeveon Clowney could be a nice little fill-in for this year. I don't think he's going to be a long-term, but he did have some good snaps yesterday. I think the Cowboys' problems are in the defensive backfield. I think that Travion Diggs is from all his injuries, he's a step slow. I don't think he tackles well. I'm glad Deron Bland's back. But, and I watched Coach Schottenheimer talk about, I don't like a tie. He goes, but I loved how my guys kept fighting.
Yeah.
And they did. And I think he goes, look, we're in season 1 of a whole new system. We're in season 1 of getting this thing together. And he goes, and my guys are playing their butts off. He goes, yeah, I would like to have won. And had it not hit a Cowboys player, they would have won. With that 1 second left in the game, they would have won. But you can't just complain about one play. But I went to bed, so I get up early in the morning, so I don't get to see the game. I watched it last night, and watching football on with the button where you can just speed through things that you don't want to hear Chris Collinsworth talk about. That makes it nice.
Well, that's one thing we can both agree on. I can't stand Chris Collinsworth, so there you go.
Yeah. The other thing we agree on is I also left the Commanders game early, but it was 4:00 in the afternoon. I think I left with like 7 minutes left in the game. I couldn't watch any more of that garbage. So,
well, it goes to show you that your quarterback is, when you lose your quarter, and Dak Prescott, he over the last couple of years has been injury prone. I think he's in the best shape he's ever been, but he still has they were still looking at his back a little bit. But when you lose a quarterback like Jaden Daniels, I mean, his guy's got twigs for legs. You're expecting a knee injury. You're expecting something. When you lose that, and you go to Marcus Mariota, who played pretty decently, but not Jaden Daniels. The same thing, Joe Burrow. I mean, he's out. I mean, he's with a turf toe. Yeah. I mean, when these top tier quarterbacks go down, that's where Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico said yesterday, and when you pay the guys who are backups, that's what wins you championships, because you got to have good guys who are in the back, who are waiting in line to make their play.
Yeah. For sure.
All right. Well, I appreciate both you guys. Excited to see Studio 401 more on this platform.
It looks great. I think think what happens though, I mean, with the background, maybe it's got to focus on him more often than the background. I don't know.
Well, it's so exciting out there on Market Street. I can understand why he wants to see what's going on out there.
Yeah.
So.
All right, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
And Randy, don't take the money that people will hand you when you walk out of the studio. Here you go. Oh, I feel so sorry for you.
I'm definitely taking it. That's why I moved here.
Have a great day, everybody.
All right, see you guys.
See you guys. Yeah. Amazing. How cool is that? We're going to be doing a lot more down at Studio 401. In fact, we're going to be broadcasting live from there quite often. So don't miss an episode. If so, you're going to wake back up and go, what the heck happened? But it's all great stuff. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're coming back with what's happening in Frederick. And then I got Katie Cashman from Change the Conversation and your final watch and win car of today. You could win $100. You got to stay tuned for that, though, right after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining finally beyond compare.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Oh, that's right. They take great care of my Good Morning Frederick mobile for sure. And appreciate Ken's Automotive and Transmissions. Family owned, located right downtown. All right, you want to know what is happening in Frederick? Well, I'm going to tell you. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. 3 great locations serving up authentic Mexican food at an affordable price. I'm telling you, if you've not had their food, you need to stop by. Taco Bar is located in West Point Plaza off the top end of Route 40, kind of near the Wise Markets up there, and at 3 Russell Avenue in Gaithersburg. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown. Now, Taquito offers the same great quality food, but has the drive-through experience for that convenience. You can also sit out and eat at one of their picnic tables. Not so great on a day like today. I'd probably just sit in my car because, you can't eat a taco while driving. It is not advised at all. Go to tacobar1.com or Taquito by tacobar.com for more information. All right, today, although it is the last day for Watch and Win, still, you may go pick up a Good Morning Frederick magnet at Tree Trekkers, Key City Myofascial Release, and Kids First Swim School. Of course, we have a basket out front at the home of everything Frederick. We are going to be doing this again, don't you worry. So you want to get that magnet on your vehicle now to be ready for the next round. All right, October 1st, that is tomorrow. It starts the Ultimate Wellness Program, Mind, Body, and Spirit Transformation with Sharon Price. 12 weeks, just $25 a week. AuthorSharonPrice.com. You can pay as you go. October 2nd is Beer, Blazers, and Baubles to benefit Hartley House. That's at Idiom Brewing. And you can also make a fall sun catcher at Dragon Distillery to benefit Friends of our Frederick County Animal Shelter. This Saturday is First Saturday in downtown Frederick. I'm inviting you to come to 401 North Market Street, see Studio 401, and check out some pop-up vendors, and we have some 2-for-1 t-shirt specials. We have a whole rack where you can buy 2 t-shirts and for $25. It's also Brunswick Railroad Days coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. You can also check out the Hispanic Heritage Festival at Carroll Creek Amphitheater from noon to 5. And from 5:30 to 7:30, if you want to be an extra in the movie Boomtown, you can meet at Velvet Lounge. You need to dress in 2003 garb. I'm not exactly sure what was hot in 2003. It was the year my son was born, I'm trying to think, but I was in Australia at the time. So if you go to Boomtown on their social media, they have images of what they're looking for, and you could be in that movie, which is very cool. Let's see, October 6th is the annual FCPS High School Marching Band Festival at TJ High School. 10 local marching bands will perform, starts at 6 o'clock. October 8th, the Vietnam Wall replica arrives in New Windsor, and the community is encouraged to wave flags and hold signs along the escort route. It officially opens to public on October 9th. It is also the Caregiver Conference, which is part of the Elder Expo from 4 to 8:30. Now, the Caregiver Conference does require registration. I don't believe there is a fee though, but you have to register. Go to espcfrederick.com. And from 6 to 8:30, at the heart of it all, Amplified Change has a launch celebration. That is the art school that Casey Clark was telling us about. October 9th, the 30th Annual Elder Expo happens at Frederick Health Village. This is free, no registration required, tons of resources. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You get a free boxed lunch, and you get to go learn lots of information either for yourself or maybe you're caring for a loved one that is aging. 5 p.m. is the live concert and the official public opening of that Vietnam Wall. It is an exact replica, and it is right here in New Windsor. Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North will speak. Plus, there's so many great programs planned for the week that it is here. Blossom and Bloom is happening at Union Mills Public House. We're going to hear from Katie from Change the Conversation in just a little bit. October 11th, Catoctin Color Fest is on, and that is on the 11th and 12th. Toys for Tots is kicking off with WFRE at Walmart on Monocacy Boulevard. Yes, we are getting right into the holidays. I'm telling you, it's going to be here before you know it. From 1 to 4, I'm going to be out at the Trunk or Treat in Warman's Mill for Double Dog Dare Rescue. I'm going to have treats for the pets and treats for the adults as well. And 1 to 5 is the Learning Disabilities and Mental Health Awareness event at Monocacy Valley Church. And October 12th is also your deadline at 5 p.m. to order from Mount Pleasant Ruritan Club. They have a soup and sandwich event. You need to go on social media and just type in Mount Pleasant Ruritan Club, and you will see the menu of homemade soups and sandwiches that you can order, feed your family, and benefit a great organization. Now, we've got so many great events coming up. Just gonna breeze through them pretty quickly now, just so that you kind of hear them and maybe mark your calendar. And remember, this calendar is available to you anytime. You can click on the link that is in the video you're watching right now to get to it. Trek or Treat starts at Tree Trekkers on October 17th. Shannon Flannery and I are happy to share one of the landing zones. We'll have that all decorated up nice with some treats for the kiddos. Go to treetrekkersmd.com for that. And that is on for a couple of weekends. And you're going to want to check treetrekkersmd.com to get your tickets and go to that. Cocktails and Carbs is at the Delaplane Arts Center to benefit Hartley House. On the 18th, Walk a Mile in Their Shoes is happening at Baker Park. Hallow Wine, we heard from the ladies from Wags for Hope. That is at Sugarloaf Mountain Vineyard on the 18th from noon to 5. Woodsboro Days is also on the 18th, and your Hallmark holiday movies kick off on that day as well. October 23rd, WFRE's Ladies Night, 6 to 9 p.m. I'm going to be at The Rockwell Brewery with our mechanical bull and free t-shirts and all kinds of goodies to give away. October 23rd, Rockwell Brewery on Monocacy Boulevard there from 6 to 9. And let's see what else is happening. We got Shred Day coming up October 25th. That benefits the Women's Giving Circle. We've also got Trunk or Treat at Let There Be Rock School. I'm going to be out there for that from noon to 3. I better get all my candy going for sure. We're going to be at a lot of little trick-or-treats and trek-or-treats. Also, October 25th, I know I keep mentioning this. I need to put it on the schedule. From 9 to noon on that Saturday is the Downtown Frederick Trick-or-Treat. And we'll have goodies for you at 4th and Market. And the Pink Ribbon 5K comes up on October 26th. We have Trunk or Treat at 4D Fun Center and Cowfest at the Frederick Fairgrounds. Good Morning Frederick is going to be at both of those events as well on the 26th. And then, of course, Halloween is a Friday night. That is going to be a huge evening here in Frederick. And we're going to go over, as we get closer, all of the events going on for Halloween. There's going to be a ton of them. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, all you have to do is email it, everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, or make sure you send it to me through social media. Don't just tag me because it's hard for me to keep up with those notifications. All right, we're going to take one more quick break, and then we're coming back with Katie from Change the Conversation and your Watch and Win final vehicle for today. All of that is coming up just after this.
Hey, if you're like me and you've always wanted to go to Alaska, well, you can join me. Antietam World Travel Service is putting everything together for June 9th through the 20th, 2026. We're going to do the land and the sea. It's going to be wonderful. You can get all the information at antietamtravel.com. Go there right now and just express your interest, and we will answer any questions that you have, but you can join me. Let's go to Alaska. Let's see all the great stuff Alaska has. June 9th through 20th, 2026.
All right. A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They can also replace those windows and gutters, which you're going to want to be doing right now before more rain comes and the colder weather gets here. Nothing worse than trying to replace some windows when it's frigid outside. They can even build you a new patio or deck, and it's never too late for that. Even something enclosed to act like an additional room off your home. Call 301-703-2157 or send an email, info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra that Dani sent you, and she will take great care of you. All right, let's find out who is doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Maryland Lottery, with tons of ways to win, with hot scratch-offs like Big Money, where a $5 ticket can net you $50,000, or the $2 Monopoly ticket with a top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details. You must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. All right, I got a chance to sit down with Katie Cashman from Change the Conversation about Blossom and Bloom, and really about the organization itself. Here she is.
The home of everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. It's in downtown Frederick. I'm with Katie, the executive director of Change the Conversation.
Yes.
So I just learned about this nonprofit not too long ago, and we've been talking about the event you guys are having at Union Mills.
Yes.
And it is really sadly needed, the
Absolutely.
organization itself. So let's first start with, what is Change the Conversation?
Sure. So Change the Conversation is a nonprofit. We are based in Stevenson, Maryland, but we serve all of Maryland and beyond.
Okay.
And this event specifically will support our work in Frederick County Public Schools.
Okay. And you guys do what?
So basically our services are broken into 3 categories. Our first is prevention services. That's our school-based program, Turn the Talk. We are currently in 4 public schools and then several private schools as well.
Okay.
We go in and we do a presentation to 6th through 12th grade. And we talk about everything from child sexual abuse prevention to if you have experienced child sexual abuse, how to support your friends, bystander intervention. Talk a lot about online safety and your digital footprint. As you can imagine, that is a very popular topic right now.
I bet.
And so last year, we served just over 10,000 students. And this school year, our goal is to serve over 25,000.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Program's grown exponentially over the past few years.
Yeah.
So those are our prevention services. Our training services, we offer over 50 trainings.
Okay.
We do trainings for professionals, for parents, for caregivers, for community members. We cover everything from online safety, in how to talk to your children about child sexual abuse. And then we do a whole series for clinicians that are working with those that have been impacted by child sexual abuse.
Yeah.
And then our third area, which we're really incredibly proud of, is our recovery services.
Okay.
And we offer grants for those that have been impacted by child sexual abuse to receive counseling with a licensed therapist.
Wow.
And last year we were able to serve 106 children and adults in receiving almost 1,700 sessions of therapy.
And it's so important. I mean,
so
I think
important.
that is probably one of the things that's the most overlooked.
Absolutely.
You kind of, whether you go through the whole, the sexual abuse period, and then you kind of have this aftermath, and then to just never get a chance to deal with it or get some help for that. That's a huge component.
Yeah. And we know for so many of our folks that finances are a barrier, you know, especially in this economy, if you're having to choose between feeding your children or buying them prescriptions,
right?
And seeking out mental health for yourself, we often see that put on the back burner.
Well, and it's sad that our health insurance premiums 90% of the time do not cover any sort of therapy, especially ongoing, which is terrible because we want it's mental health as much as anything. So you guys are dealing with that. All right. So you guys have expanded recently into Frederick County.
We have.
As you are taking over the state of Maryland. You've been executive director for just over 4 years, you were telling me, which is wonderful. How many staff or organization? How does the organization look?
Yeah, so we are small, but we're mighty.
Yeah, I like it.
So we started out just 2 of us full time 4 years ago, and we now have 6 staff members.
Okay.
And several consultants that we work with. 3 of those staff members are full-time staff members that go into the schools to provide the services.
Okay.
And we, being a small nonprofit, we rely heavily on our partnerships.
Sure.
So we have partners with, for our counseling grants, for example, over 75 clinicians throughout the state and beyond that provide those services. Our biggest footprint for counseling grants is right here in Frederick County.
Oh, wow.
We work very closely with several partners to deliver those services in Frederick County.
That is too. I mean, because if you ask anybody, getting psychotherapy or any sort of therapy, especially for people under 18, tough.
Very tough.
Really tough. So
and add this trauma to it.
Yeah, right. And then ones that specialize in this rather than anything else. Really tough. So it's an uphill battle, but you guys are out there fighting the fight every day for people,
sure are.
which is amazing because, I mean, the trauma, I know somebody whose husband, was affected by this, and I know they're involved in the organization, but it lasts a lifetime.
It does.
And it's so sad, but it's great that you guys are there, with the prevention, talking about it, being able to get these kids to speak on behalf of their friends or anything like that, teaching them what they need to do is wonderful.
Absolutely. We know that 1 in 10 children by their 18th birthday will have experienced child sexual abuse.
Oh my gosh.
The numbers are staggering. And we tell people all the time that child sexual abuse, while it's incredibly prevalent, it's also very preventable with the education and the knowledge. And unfortunately, in 2025, you say child sexual abuse and you still sort of get that
the cringe.
cringe, and it's still taboo. So part of our role, a heavy part of our role, is destigmatizing that.
Change the conversation.
Exactly
Change
why
the
we have the name we have.
Yeah. So, and I get it. Like it's, it should feel taboo because of what it is, not to the people the victims that it happens to.
Yes.
But yeah.
And most people don't know, 90% of those that are victimized, the perpetrator is known and trusted by that family.
I've read that a lot of times.
Yeah.
And that is
even
horrifying.
scarier to think about,
it's
right?
Horrifying,
right?
yeah.
Even scarier.
Yeah, it's not some random stranger for the most part, except if you look at the internet part of things. But really, most of the time, it is somebody knows.
Yep,
and that's
which is why it's so important to have that
is.
conversation with trusted adults and parents.
Okay, so we have this event coming up at Union Mills Public House. Tell us a little bit about how that's going to go.
Yeah, so it's our third annual Blossom and Bloom. This year we're holding it at Union Mills on Thursday, October 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. We have over 20 sponsors that amazing that are sponsoring our event. And the evening you come out, we have some great food. We have great cocktails, and we will have 2 featured speakers this year. One, the former health supervisor for Carroll County Public Schools, and one is a middle school teacher that will talk firsthand about what our prevention program looks like, and the difference that it has made in their students' lives.
Yeah,
so
that's wonderful.
Really proud of our speakers this year, but it's a great evening. We won't keep you too long, 2.5, 3 hours, and we'll get you out of there, but it really is a great evening, and all proceeds directly benefit our work in Frederick County Public Schools for the 25-26 school year.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So you can get your tickets. I'll make sure you guys have the URL so you can go get your ticket. I think it's blossomandbloom2025.org.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
Go there. You can get your tickets, see all the information. Donate if you can't attend or you have another event. We get it. So busy here in Frederick, but this is a worthwhile cause, a great one to get behind. You guys are doing wonderful work, and we really are glad you're part of Frederick County and hoping to prevent this for those kids that unfortunately, have had to deal with this. So we appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right, this is Katie. Change the conversation. blossomandbloom2025.org for your tickets to get more information. Get on out there and support another great nonprofit serving Frederick County kids and adults.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Want to thank Katie for joining me at 401 North Market Street for that. Get your tickets, support that organization, learn more if you are interested in that. All right, I've got your watch and win vehicle for today. Are you ready? This is the final day of September. I want to thank everybody who submitted their images. I want to thank Tree Trekkers, Kids First Swim School, Key City Myofascial Release, and of course, the home of everything Frederick. Is this your vehicle? If this is your vehicle, you need to text 888-465-2944 right now. You've just won $100 as long as you text within the next 24 hours. That's 888-465-2944. If this is your vehicle or you know whose vehicle it is, let them know. They're on the show. They got 24 hours to text to be a winner. And they can join the winners ranking with Linda Michelle. Why do I forget the last person's name? It also started with an M, and I'm looking frantically for it. But we've had 3 winners so far, and you could be the 4th for this month. Coming up, actually, starting in October 20th, we're going to have our Halloween egg hunt. That's right. Remember when we hid 300 eggs around Frederick County back in April? Well, we're doing it again. And you could be a winner. Every egg is a winner that you find. More details are going to come very soon about that. It's our Halloween egg hunt for adults. All right. We thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate your support. Thanks for liking and sharing and commenting and subscribing. I couldn't do this without you and our great sponsors and advertisers. Please support them. And let's get out there and let's be great, friends.